This will be a B1 here, and I'll ask Cuddy to do some of the postures depicted here. And you can start with some of the low power poses here depicted. You sit down, and especially the first photo there is compelling. See, look here, she's trying to really comfort her, and it is even more than you show. Her hand goes under and inside. You see what she does?
Both are outside.
She takes it a bit further, yeah.
Okay, both are outside.
So this is comforting oneself. You're actually hugging yourself. And although it sounds good, every time you do that, you will lower your testosterone and increase your cortisol. This one is also very good.
It's also, what is the difference?
The third one.
Oh, the third one. Okay, let's do the third one. This one.
She's actually more hunched.
Hunched, yeah.
And I remember doing these things too, especially in the army time, when you get stressed out or you lose your grip on what you will be doing next. And then we also have these comforting modes, which are actually more movements. These could be seen as more or less static, but we have comforting movements. Standing or sitting. We can take it standing, and I recommend you comfort your shins, which is and there is usually movement there, a bit slower, yeah. And this is exactly the mother fondling the little child. And each time you do that, that will give testosterone less value and increase cortisol. So this is actually a way for a simple trick to avoid. Another thing is doing this with the eyebrows, itching the nose, itching the chin, and if in more extreme cases, or how do you say? Yeah, doing something to the ears. And if you are a woman with long hair, and now you have to pretend here, but I think you've seen it, especially if the hair comes down here, touching it, how do you say, twisting it, untwisting it. The good thing with this is of course a very interesting anthropological observation.
Yes, totally. Now I'm a lady with a long hair.
Yes. And it could also be, it doesn't have to be part of the body. I got an idea here. It could be a part of something which is your clothing. You can actually touch the thing, or the thing, what is it called? Scarf. You can do it on something external. And one not uncommon thing is taking a piece of paper and twisting that as well. Like, yes, exactly. You have seen it before.
I do it myself.
Oh, you do it yourself?
Sometimes.
But the good thing with these things is, here we get simple rules. For every time you don't do it, you will lower the cortisol and you will rise the testosterone. And for me, it's brilliant. It's a simple, let's call it a trick, but you can strengthen that more and more. And I've been trying myself. I have this idea, my nose is itching. And for every day I don't itch my nose, I see the itch is disappearing, because it is a dual system, remember that. And isn't that interesting? All those things that you showed, they are for our benefits too. When you are in a stressed situation, it will relieve you of some of the stress. But there is also a price to be paid, and even more so when they become unconscious, because of course we are not conscious of these things. There is actually a person in one of the groups, and she's constantly doing things with her hair, and that enforces the stress hormones and make her more nervous. So we can go the other way, and this is also called something from Rappaport and Aiskens. What do they call it? Do you remember, Kalle?
You mean P2? No, more specifically involuntary comforting, I don't know.
Well, they usually use this big picture of the Klein bottle. The Klein bottle shows that, yes, all those behaviors are legit, they're okay, but they do have a dual effect. So don't try to take these effects away if there is sort of an accident, or if you really are stressed out for good reasons, then you should do them. But the idea is not to do them when you are
in a normal.
Yeah, in a calm position. Here we have a workplace. Things you can do at the workplace that can enhance nervousness is, you took the etiquettes away, but the eye can go this way or that way, and that will further the stress. And of course that is very hard to control. I don't recommend that. But what you can avoid is this. Many people do this. And oddly, it relieves stress, but remember the Klein bottle, it also causes stress. So isn't this odd? We sort of have this dual mode that Heidegger shows to, which is so hard to explain. Because in a way, first you look at it, it looks exactly the same as the representational model we have. It doesn't seem to be a difference. And that is actually partly right. There is no difference. But the dual mode is a more hidden difference. That it goes one way, I get stressed, and I do something to relieve my stress. Maybe I do like this. I shield myself. That is helpful. But the other way around is also true. By coming into this position, I go the other way around, and although there is no stress here in this room, I feel it. I actually feel more stressed being in this hunch situation. And what I think you will be noticing more and more is that your thinking capacity changes, because it affects our possibility for prediction. We can no longer predict when the system is in this fixed position. And you can imagine when predictive power goes down, there will be a spiraling down, because it will induce more stress, because you cannot predict the future. And that is another dual mechanism that is very interesting. It's the self-emulation of stress, which causes proper stress, because if you can't predict, you will of course be stressed. I thank Kalle very much for this presentation, and thank you very much, and have a pleasant afternoon. Bye bye.